Elizabeth Arden cream.
This one's wife. She steals the show. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. Words that bring fueled rapture to the narcissist. She steals the show. Only, of course, if it's directed at the narcissist themselves. As I explained yesterday, this one's wife worked her Ozempic addled body off in order to try and ensure that she got as much favourable coverage following her attendance at the This One's Wife Games in Vancouver and Whistler. She certainly put it through the paces, moving through the gears of joining Druggy on the back of a buggy, of being seen on the slopes, of being seen kissing him in the audience, of manhandling him, of trying to grab the Vegemite, etc., etc. You're all familiar with the coverage of This One's Wife and her attempts to ensure that not only was she seen in the moment, that she was reported on favourably thereafter as a huge PR push in order to try and dispel the adverse publicity she's had since the beginning of the year. It wasn't enough to claim the front cover of Hello, Canada. No, it was the Wales's children that did that, looking very smart indeed in Royal Navy, not the ocean-going type, but the colour and a favourable report on them, which will have had this one's wife seething. Well, she has got some comfort, perhaps, might be viewed as cold comfort, but nevertheless the other Hello, the UK-based one, has come to her rescue with a headline, This One's Wife Cooks with Kids in Valentine's Video, and Princess Lilibet has the cutest red hair. Yes, with all that's going on in the world, we need to know about a 3-year-old's red hair, and that it's cute. Unsurprising that this arse-licking comes because it's written by somebody called Matthew Moore. And do you know what his job title is? Online news writer, well, so far so obvious, and diversity and inclusion lead. Has he been specifically appointed to wedge open the derriere of This One's Wife and give it a good old tongue punching as he becomes some boot-licking appendage to This One's Wife under the heading of diversity and inclusion lead? Well, as you know, Hello is one of the supine publications, particularly the UK-based version, and it reports as follows. Prince Harry and This One's Wife spent their Valentine's Day apart. Everybody feels sorry for them. However, this meant that the Duchess of Sussex spent the romantic day with her children. Or, to put it more accurately, she ensured that she was seen with them for a few picoseconds so that she could create some content for Instagram. Yes, utilising her children like the appliances that they are, the commodities that are there to be utilised for the purposes of the prime aims, she ensured that presumably Lilibet was seen spooning some cream cheese around whilst wearing a heart jumper, and then we got treated to the back of Archie's head. This was the extent to which she spent time with them. Ordinarily, she wouldn't bother. Why? Because her and her husband regularly like to piss off around the world, being away from their children more than they are with them. Nevertheless, she wants to portray this image of the ever-so-caring traditional wife, which is the latest grift that she's running. The mother of 2 and her children spent the day in the kitchen. How do we know it was the day in the kitchen? Judging by the bagels, which were probably bought rather than actually baked. So what did she have to do there? Well, there was the very complex taking them out of the packet. I mean, you know, there are skills involved in that. And then taking a knife and cutting them in two. That's not everybody's bag, you know. You have to be a real foodie to accomplish that. Potentially, she might have looked at elevating them with some mint, but resisted the urge. There was then opening a tub of cream cheese. You won't believe how precarious that can be. and then organising for it to be smeared on the bagel. All of this is a complex operation which makes Operation Desert Storm like a walk in the park. For her, it then also involved cutting strawberries into hearts, something that lots of other people have done, so it's not an original idea, though I would suggest it's not really an original idea for anybody, is it? It doesn't take that much to look at a strawberry and think, it's kind of heart-shaped to begin with, isn't it? Let's just cut a little triangle out of it and accentuate it. Anyway, that was done as well, but hey, that takes precision cutting to ensure that you have those hearts. So that's clearly creating all of that, carefully taking the bagels out of the packaging, slicing them in two, smearing on cream cheese, adding strawberries. That's clearly a day in the kitchen. My backside it is. It's a few minutes. And Hello makes reference, of course, to the clip, which is provided in the article, and they put their baking hats on. Hang on a minute. I need one of those noises when it sounds like you're taking a record off suddenly. Putting their baking hats on? Fuck off. Nothing there was baked by her. Bagels were bought, cream cheese was bought, strawberries were bought. She won't have grown them. And then she just put them all together. Nothing's baked in the slightest. And we know that this one's wife, it's not her lettuce and it's not her bees and it's not her recipes and it's not her cooking. So, hello, you can do one if you suggest that the baking hats were put on. But again, it's all of this deluded, manufactured world with this one's wife. The Duchess shared an adorable video to her Instagram stories where she and her children made strawberry hearts on bagels, which were slathered with a pink jam. Well, jam? It's cream cheese. This one's wife didn't caption the video, presumably because she's so unimaginative, but set it to the tune of Nat King Cole's Love to reflect the special day. Her two helpers were adorable in the sweet video, with Lilibet's red hair on full display as she helped her mother with the jam, cream cheese, and placed the strawberries onto the bagels. Such talent. Meanwhile, Archie appeared towards the end of the video as he and his mum headed outside to enjoy the treats. Lilibet's red hair often steals the show, oh dear. Careful, hello, you're straying into dangerous territory now, talking about someone other than this one's wife. Careful. And the youngster recently showed off her flowing locks in a video where this one's wife marked the passing of their family dog. As little Lilibet went to run through the grass, her fiery auburn hair, what the fuck is this, whipped down past her shoulders in the wind. They're making her trying to sound like she's in Poldark. Much longer in comparison to the last official photograph shared of her. In October 2024, bringing up the past, Chief Content Officer Sophie Vokes Dudgeon met Prince Harry at the Wellchild Awards. Harry is a patron of the children's charity and has been attending the annual awards for years because children get him because of his low intellect. While Hello is a long-time media partner, just elbow that in there. Oh, Archie and Lily have been blessed with their mother's thick hair. Well, maybe they've been doomed with her idiocy, her thickness, he told us self-effacingly, as he marvelled that it won't be long until Lily can sit on hers. That's a life skill we all aim for, I guess. Well, there we are. Hello does the job of also referencing the picture that she put up where there was half-eaten burgers and fries and fish and chips, as if anyone believes that this one's wife eats anything other than an Ozempic-infused pea before having and hoovering up some Colombian marching powder. Well, here we have Hello, once again pandering to this one's wife and aiding her with her facade management and the extension of control over the audience, but sailing rather close to the wind by hailing the child, because as you know, the fundamental reason why we don't get to see much of the children is because this one's wife cannot stand for them to take the limelight away from her, and instead she microdoses the audience with appearances of them, demonstrating her control over them and the audience to demonstrate they are my property. I decide when you get to see them. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.